First down here. Lynch is in the backfield. Single back set. Eyeing that left side. And Vontaze Burfict brings him down.
Well, when you play this type of defense where you play cover 3, in other words, you have 3 defenders playing one in the middle, one right, and one left. Well, the weakness of that defense is going to be underneath. So slant patterns, they're pretty easy against this cover 3.
Second and 4. And he hauls it in. Picks up about 5.
That's a nice route on the outside. Nice throw by the quarterback. Puts him in good position to keep moving and get a first down.
Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. The Seahawks snap it at the 36. Percy Harvin with the grab.
The Seahawks did a good job that time keeping the defense off balance. They throw the football. They pick up some solid yards now, and they can choose from run or pass.
The Super Bowl. It's as big as it gets. And just the fan side of you, Phil, what sticks out in your memory bank?
Well, I think the game, one of my favorite games of all time, Jim, when you talk about the Super Bowls, the Steelers, the Dallas Cowboys, I love them both. Roger Staubach, Terry Bradshaw, and I remember the Jackie Smith drop in the end zone. Just the emotion that came from him, from all the Cowboys and Roger Staubach.
That's a touchdown. First one of the game in the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl is like no other game out there. It's so big. The tension is so much more than the other playoff games. And when you score first, that is a big, big deal.
Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. Incomplete. Looking underneath that time.
Good job by the corner that time, knocking the football down on the throw down the field by the quarterback. That will go down as a pass defense by him. Good job.
Second and 10. Looking to the right side and throwing. And it's Ray Maualuga who makes the hit.
I think the best thing to say about that play, it's just it gained a few yards, so that's what you do. All plays don't score. Sometimes you just want to pick up a couple yards.
Offense lines up here. Here's the handoff to Marshawn Lynch. That picks up 7.
Well, he gets tackled inside the 5-yard line. That's the great thing. The bad thing is hard to score once you get inside the 5-yard line in the NFL.
Wide receivers are bunched up. So first and goal to go. Pass is made, but the hit knocks the ball out. Incomplete.
Hartman really hit hard that time. And I know the football hit his hands, but when a defender times it perfectly like that, with that much power and speed going into that receiver, you are going to let that football go. That's human nature. Really good job by the defensive player.
Wilson's pass will go for an incompletion.
It's third and goal right here in a close game. This offense, they want to take control. If they score right here, that could give them control of this game.
Third and goal. Has it. Touchdown.
Anytime, Jim, it's third and goal. You've got to decide, what are we going to do? Well, this time the offense, nice design. They throw the football, and the quarterback puts it right on the money.
The defense comes out in the dime. Baldwin's a receiver in the slot. Wilson's got it in the gun. Throwing now to his left. And Claiborne coming close to an interception.
That was an incomplete pass that time against cover 2, the 2 deep safeties. And you really want to throw the football down the middle or deep down the sidelines. That time the quarterback didn't do that, and that's why it was incomplete.
Second down and 10. Complete to Harvin. Got what he wanted. Touchdown.
One thing a defense doesn't want to see, yards after the catch. Yak. And that's what we saw here. The quarterback put it right on target. The receiver's running full speed, catches it.
Chip shot here. The kick is good.
Well, it's a beautiful drive down the field. Long drive by the offense. They do not get the 7 points, but they're fortunate they do get the field goal try, and they make it.
Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. First down on the way. Offense lines up here. Wilson standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. The catch is made. Miller's tackled right at the 35.
That's a really good throw and catch, and they get the first down, Jim. That's what you want to do. Pick up that first down. Now you give your offense 3 more opportunities.
Wilson's going to take the snap from the shotgun. An open lane, and now Wilson slides down. Coming up, second down. Offense lines up here. Looks but can't connect on the short throw. After the incompletion, 3rd and 4 coming up. Nickel formation for the defense here. The wide receiver in motion. He's looking to the right here on this throw. This will be ruled incomplete. Didn't get the feet down. They're in punting formation. Going to try his luck here. Good piece of tackling. All set to punt here. He wants to return this one. And he spins away. This is a big-time return.
You got to be tough and aggressive as a punt returner in this league. That time, what a good job. Catch it, get right up the field. Nice yardage.
Russell Wilson will take it from the gun. And that's perfect in on the stop. It's now second down. Wilson's back in shotgun formation. Russell Wilson hits Zach Miller with that throw.
What a nice catch by the receiver. Getting past the yard markers, makes the catch, and gets a first down.
First down here after the completion. Baldwin's in the slot. The play clock's running down. Wilson from the shotgun. Breaks free, has some space to work with, and he's tackled just 2 yards short of a first down. And here we have second down. Offense lines up here. He's got the catch. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
There's no doubt time of possession can be an overrated stat in games many times. But one thing you want to do, throw and catch it just like this and pick up those first downs and keep it going.
First down at the 48. Lynch is tackled down.
Good job that time by the offense. Powell run gets him a few yards.
Offense lines up here. Here comes the wide receiver in motion. Brings it into his body. The Seahawks are in the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, what a play for the touchdown, and I'll tell you, in the NFL, there's so many good players on offense now, you can never have enough points, so keep padding on that lead. Good job. Good score.
The Bengals line up now for the point after.
Let's go, guys.
And the extra point is good. The Bengals did a great job on the ground on that last drive, putting up over 60 rushing yards. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense heads on to the field. The quarterback motions the wide receiver. Wilson's going to take it from the gun. Mauluga is there to make the tackle. The Seahawks rely on their passing attack, and today it's been a factor as usual. Wilson's, of course, in charge of that passing attack, and he's looked good again in this first half.
Well, look, when I say a guy has it all and he can really throw the football, what I mean by that is he has great touch. He can throw the ball softly, drop it into the right spot to the wide receiver, and when he needs to, he can turn on it and throw that thing hard and stick it in between defenders.
And now on first down, they'll go back to the air. Percy Harvin with the grab. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play. The Seahawks have done a fantastic job here of getting the football to one of their key targets. Harvin's been a favorite target, Phil.
He has. And listen, when you have that kind of talent on the outside, you got a quarterback that can put it on the money. The offensive line, they're having an outstanding day too. It adds up to a lot of receiving yards. That's a good job by the quarterback, recognizing it's man-to-man defense. And when you see that, just watch the receiver, lead him to the open space. Nice completion.
Lynch is in the backfield. Wilson's dropping back to pass once again. Taken down just 2 yards short of the first.
I don't know if receivers like this route or not, the quick slant route inside, because they know the defense is running their way. But that time, it's a good throw and catch, and the slant route comes up just short of getting the first down.
Second down and 2. Russell Wilson hits Zach Miller with that throw.
Nice throw that time by the quarterback in the red zone. Gets the completion. And there's some tight spots. Not a lot of room, so you got to really drive the football in there.
Offense lines up here. Wilson's back at it now. Dropping back once again. Touchdown, Seattle Seahawks.
You know, if you're a defensive player and you're covering a receiver down here on first and goal, you don't have to cover that much area. That's a terrible job by the defense giving up that touchdown pass.
Huber is back now. He'll be punting. going to give his team great starting field position on that return.
Excellent blocking that time by the punt return team. They're engaged. The defenders cannot get away. That allowed the punt returner to have that time to make the right decision and get up the field.
The Seahawks snap it at the 41. He'll fire it out to the left. Has his target. It's still early, but we've seen this wide receiver come out and make plays already.
Yeah, I know it's early, but you can tell he is fired up. He has come out here with tons of energy, and every play is full speed. Kind of reminds me of Jerry Rice back in his heyday.
The wide receiver shifting around in motion. Airing it out. And a near pickoff that time by Nelson.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play, because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
2nd and 10. Russell Wilson has his man. It's Percy Harvin on the receiving end.
This offense has been moving the football all day long. Once again in the red zone, they have a big lead. What will they do? I think they'll just try to run it in from here.
Baldwin's going to get set in the slot for this snap. They motion the receiver around to the other side. He makes the catch. Touchdown. They're just running it up.
When we're talking about some of the fastest humans on earth, and we take into account you can't touch them or breathe on them, that's how they're able to get open and make so many catches.
They call on the punting unit, and that means Huber. We'll see what he can do here. Keeps churning ahead. He's brought down. The Seahawks are set now for their next possession. Lynch is lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. No one's going to get him now. The 20.
Once again, this offense in the red zone. This defense has been awful all day long. Can they bow their necks a little and show a little toughness and maybe stop them this time?
The Bengals come out in a dime package. Takes it from the gun. Out to the left. Well, I tell you, it's getting ugly out here.
Was a sweet touchdown right there. Just a nice throw by the quarterback. He put it right on the money. The receiver makes the catch. Beautiful touchdown.
The Bengals with the PAT to come.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, guys.
He made it. Green's probably ready to get right back on the field after that last drive. A drive in which he contributed over 40 yards receiving, helping the team score. There's a yellow marker down on the field.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The kicker just couldn't keep it in bounds there.
Automatic first down.
The Seahawks now ready to take over as their offense heads onto the field. Wilson's lined up, 2 tight ends set. 3-step drop. Makes the reception. Brought down after a gain of 15. Being a go-to target, Bill, I think you would say every quarterback needs one. In fact, one just like this guy.
Well, I know this. They need one. I know they all want one. And as a wide receiver, some guys, it doesn't matter if you double team him every single play. They just have the knack and the talent to find a way to get open.
And he'll step out. Second down now. Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. Russell Wilson hits Zach Miller with that throw. Able to make the tackle about 2 yards shy of the first.
Well, they talk about it's third down league. You got to pick up third downs to have success and win football games. Good play call, good pass, good catch. Now it's third and short. I like the offense's chances.
Makes the reception. The blowout continues. Another touchdown.
That was a good job on that touchdown that time, and I'll tell you, there's nothing like being on top of the other team and make them chase you.
The Bengals decide to punt it.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, guys.
The Seahawks offense now marches onto the field. Wide receivers stacked up on this play. Wilson's got it in the gun. They're going to get him here for a sack.
The offensive coordinator's just got to make some adjustments here. They can't stop the defensive line from sacking the quarterback, so either keep the tight end in or keep the halfback in to help block for the QB.
The reception, easy, wide open.
Well, that basic slant route, Jim, it's thrown and caught. It doesn't get a first down, but it was really well executed. The offensive line gave the quarterback time and sight lines so he could put the football on target.
3rd and 2. He's got the catch. Gets about 9 on the play.
Well, when you keep chipping away with these short throws, sooner or later that defense is going to come up. When they come up, that's when you throw it over the top.
Coming up at the half, it's the Verizon Halftime Report.
Welcome back, and we're coming out of the 2-minute warning. Going back up top. Throw to the left. Got the completion.
Well, I I think we've heard this expression about 7,000 times. It's a passing league, so we all know that. So you got to be able to throw the football and pick up some first downs.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. The wide receiver in motion. Wilson from the shotgun. Complete to Harvin. And they are all over Harvin.
You can't play zone coverage against this quarterback. He knows his zone, and he's going to find the open throwing lane, and he gets it done.
Russell Wilson has it under center. Looking to go up top again on first down. Has the reception all alone. And he's done it. With that touchdown, he now owns the record for passing touchdowns in a single game.
What a terrible job by the defense. That time, nobody even covers the receiver. He is wide open down the field, and, hey, nice job by the quarterback going through his progression. He finds the open guy and gets a touchdown pass.
The Bengals for the point after. It's good. Dalton's going to have a tough time upstaging what he did on that scoring drive. Passing for more than 80 yards against a defense that had no answers for him. Rob Baronis lining up for the kickoff. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. The Seahawks getting ready now to start their drive. Two tight ends on the field here. First and 10. Throws to the right. Gets it out for the completion. Gains 12. The Seahawks have leaned on their tight end in the passing game to this point. Miller's been a big target, and he's making some big plays.
Oh, he is making some big plays. And any time when you have a tight end good, and you just remember this, he is the closest receiver to the quarterback, so his chances of catching the football, they go up, and he's taking advantage of them.
This is the Verizon Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's get ready now to take a look back at the first half. The Seahawks are playing...
Kevin Huber being called on now for the punt. He's going to try and return this one. He's going to be tackled right around the 21-yard line. The Seahawks are ready to take over now as their offense heads onto the field. Here comes the wide receiver in motion. First down at the 21. Wilson sends it to Harvin. Gains 19. Looking at the stats, this seems like the case of an adjustment being made from 1 week to the next, as this wide receiver has been heavily involved in the passing attack, Phil.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. It's been a great adjustment by the offense. They have new ways to get him open, and he is getting open and taking advantage of it.
And Vontaze Burfict brings him down. The Seahawks have looked terrific on offense. Wilson's been airing it out and finding the end zone.
Yeah, he has been right on target, pinpoint with those passes, and he is the main reason they're winning this game here today.
The pass play was good for 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. The quarterback motions the wide receiver. And that's Ialoka, who almost had the interception.
Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have 1 or 2 passes a game. They can be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
Russell Wilson will take it from the gun. Russell Wilson hits Zach Miller with that throw.
Well, you got a big lead. Fourth and short near midfield. Why would you even think about going for it here? Boy, that is just taking an unneeded chance. What, do you want to get the other team back in the game by making a bad coaching decision? I don't think so. I think they'll punt.
They're set to punt it away now.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, guys.
He's got a chance for a return. Has 12 on this play. The Seahawks offense ready now to see what it can do. Russell Wilson has it under center. Quick drop back. Finds his mark. No stopping them now. That's a touchdown.
It was a short route by the receiver. He catches it and goes all the way down the field and scores a touchdown. And the quarterback looks at the coach and goes, hey, it was a heck of a throw.
The Bengals will have to punt the football. He's got a chance to return this one. Good yardage picked up on that call. The Seahawks bring their offense back onto the field for their next drive. From the gun, Russell Wilson ready for the snap. The wide receiver shifting around in motion. He's got a little bit of daylight here. They'll mark him at the 41.
Tick, 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 tick. That's what we're trying to do. Make that clock keep running down. You got the offense out there. You got a big lead in the second half. Every first down you get shortens that football game.
First down here. Harvin's lined up now as a slot receiver. Makes the catch.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Russell Wilson has it under center. The Seahawks have it at the 39. Here's Baldwin. All the way home and all alone. Touchdown.
Short passes are just as important as the long passes down the field. This time, a short, accurate pass. Look what it leads to. All those yards after the catch. Nice run, nice catch, touchdown.
The punter awaits the snap. Let's see what he can do here. That's a pickup of 14. They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. Lynch is in the backfield. He's into the open. Gains 14.
Good job by the offense here with a good lead in the second half, picking up that first down, and that's what you want to do. Take your time, look at the play clock, take it down as low as you can, and keep picking up those first downs.
He stacked up at that point. Second down. Lynch is lined up in a single back formation. Dropping back 3. That ball has been picked off. And he's brought to the ground. The Bengals lining up for the field goal attempt. The kick is good. The kick is good from downtown.
Well, you come out there on the field as a defense. The offense has great field position. You've got to give them something different. The defense did. They stopped them, and they gave up the field goal.
Shakes past the defender, and they stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. The Seahawks are ready to take over now, and their offense heads onto the field. Baldwin's lined up in the slot. They motion the receiver around to the other side. And they score again here to pad the lead.
I give all the credit to the wide receiver here. What a route. Fooled the defender. He is wide open. Nice throw by the quarterback for the touchdown.
Should be what we call a gimme. And he converts here on the field goal try.
Yeah, that was a good job that time by the defense. They were bending. They did not break. And all they did was give up a field goal.
Just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Seahawks bring their offense back onto the field for their next drive. Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. The Seahawks from the 22. Finds his mark. They'll mark him at the 40. The Seahawks seem to have found their passing game again this week. Wilson's coming off a game in which he didn't play well, but he's turned it around.
Well, I got a chance to talk to him during the week, and really what happened is he had a few mechanical problems throwing the football. He fixed them, and look at it today. That football is flying out of his hand.
Has the catch. And in the end zone, he can now celebrate history. He owns the mark for receiving touchdowns in a single game.
There is no lead in the NFL in state. We all know that. We have seen tremendous comebacks. So when you get the opportunity, lay it on him, man. Keep scoring.
The Bengals have the field goal team out there.
Let's go, guys.
Right off the upright and wide of the mark.
Well, after that missed field goal, it's been a rough day for him. He is kicking it everywhere but through the uprights. I think what's going to do the coach on the sideline, I think he's going to change the way he's managing this game.
The Seahawks get ready to start their drive. They bring in the extra tight end, the wide receiver in motion. He has the grab. Miller's tackled down after a gain of 7. Second down coming up. Russell Wilson has it under center. Just a quick drop back. And Hall nearly had the beat on that one. So many teams can line it up now through the air, and today it's been no exception.
Well, it used to be if a quarterback threw over 4,000, that is an unbelievable year. Now to even be talked about, you got to throw for over 5,000. It absolutely is a passing league.
Here comes the wide receiver in motion. Got a big lane. That's been the story of this game. Another third down conversion to move the chains. The Bengals have counted on this defense to keep them in games this year, but so far that unit has been absolutely manhandled.
Yeah, this is a game they are not used to, that is for sure. And what you're doing on the defensive side, you get in that huddle, and you just want somebody to make a play to turn this game around and get your defense off the field.
Gives himself up. Seeing these stats, Bill, you really look at them and have to go, wow, because both teams are just playing so well on the offensive side of the ball.
I know that's what the fans are doing. They love these type of games. High scoring, lot of action. They're having a good time. I know this, the defense, it's the other way around. They are having an awful time.
Tackled just 3 yards short of the first. You see the offensive totals for these teams, and it's been about two teams getting it done in different ways.
What we're seeing is two different philosophies on the offensive side from these teams here today, Jim, and it doesn't matter. All you want to do is just get it done.
The Seahawks will take the snap from the 45. The defense gets the sack.
Well, the defense has got to be excited. Anytime on third down they make the play, they get pretty fired up. But when you sack a quarterback on third down, that is one happy and emotional defense right now.
They're in punting formation.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, guys.
Better be careful here. Terrible starting field position here for the offense. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. He'll throw it over the middle. Incomplete. This will be second down. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Lynch is in the backfield. Second down and 10. Throws it toward the sideline, and what a catch.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time and throws it down the field for another completion.
Third down and 6. It's away from the stack. Another third down conversion. The offense continues to come through in the clutch. The Bengals have kept teams out of the end zone all season long, but today they are giving up a ton of points.
Jim, I'll say this. They are absolutely getting shredded in every department on the defensive side. They can't stop anything. Just a bad day.
And Vontaze Burfict from behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a bad job by the offense that time. There's no doubt about it. The blitz by the defense, they do not do a good job of finding out where everybody's blitzing from. They let a guy come free, and that free blitzer, or as we call them, free runners, he gets the hit on the QB and takes him down.
The Bengals are behind right now, and you see the numbers are giving up a lot of yardage on the ground, and it stands out because it's so out of character for this unit.
The tempo of this game is being set by the offensive side, the way they are running. They got all the situations in their favor, and the defense can't get them in those obvious passing situations.
On his way. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown.
job that time by the offense, driving down for the touchdown to increase their lead. That really takes a lot of pressure off the defense.
Huber is back now. He'll be punting. Looking for a lane on the return. The tackle is made.
Well, returning punts is a tough job. It's about judgment. That time, that was poor judgment by the return man. Should have just had a fair catch and never tried to return that.
The quarterback motions the wide receiver. 1st and 10. Incomplete.
Well, it's a good thing that linebacker knocked that pass down, because I don't think he could have caught it. So if he can't catch it, knock it down so nobody else can catch it.
2nd down following that incompletion. Russell Wilson has it under center. 3-step drop. Makes the play. Taking it all the way home for the touchdown.
Not many quarterbacks in this league can throw that type of pass, throw it high in the air, far down the field, and have it just drop in there right on the target. Beautiful throw for the touchdown.
They call on the punting unit, and that means Huber. Breaks at the tackle. Brought down at the 38.
Well, I can't blame the punt return at that time. That was just excellent coverage by the punt team.
Russell Wilson has it under center. They bring him to the turf. Look at the rushing totals for both sides. Neither defense has had much luck slowing down the run.
Well, it's not about luck. It's about trying hard. It's about want to, and I do not see that from the defensive side. That's why the offenses are having so much success running the football here today.
And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the 1st down. 1st down coming up. Wilson standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Here's Baldwin. Breaks away. The margin is increased with another touchdown.
You never know with the talent of these guys nowadays. Little short passes. You think they're harmless, and look what happens. They break a tackle. They got so much talent all the way down the field for the score.
Kevin Huber being called on now for the punt. We'll see what he can do here. That brings the play to an end. The Seahawks come onto the field now for this next series. Russell Wilson has it under center. Quick drop back. Jarring hit that time. Knocks the ball free. Tremendous defensive play that time, making sure that pass was not completed.
That job is getting harder and harder, isn't it, for defenders to jar the football loose? Because just about anywhere you hit the receiver, it's illegal. But a good legal hit that time, it knocks the ball loose.
Looking at the stats now, you see two wide receivers who have filled the role of being a #1 option today.
Yeah, you always want one wide receiver to step up for your football team and focus on him and see if he can get it done. But I'll tell you this, in the NFL now, you need 3 good wide receivers on every single team.
Looking at this comparison, Phil, it's fun to see these two quarterbacks going head-to-head in a tightly contested game.
Yeah, so well played on the offensive side by both teams. The quarterbacks, they've been very sharp. They're on target with the football, and their offensive lines are playing very well.
Catch made. Another touchdown to increase the lead.
When you got a lead.
Huber is back now. He'll be punting. Just 2 minutes left in this one now. Back in a moment. We return out of the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter action. The Bengals decide to punt it. The Seahawks now bring their offense back onto the field for the next drive. An extra tight end on the field for this one. Launching it deep. Intercepted by Reggie Nelson. Nice tackle.
Give a lot of credit to
the Bengals for the point after. Inside of the upright. The Bengals defense will be ready to come back out in a moment. The offense making sure their efforts weren't wasted on the last drive, making good on the interception and putting points on the scoreboard. Finds a little seam, and the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Seahawks break huddle and start their drive this time from the 25. Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. First down and 10. Wilson finds Lynch, and he's on the sidelines out of bounds.
When you have a lead in the 4th quarter, you like these short completions because you pick up yards and that clock keeps moving.
They've come out in the dime package. Baldwin's a receiver in the slot. Secures it with 2 hands. Touchdown. They're just running it up.
Never be satisfied in the NFL. Players are just too good. So when you get a chance to score, even though you're leading, take advantage of it. Awesome job by the coordinator on those play calls.
The Super Bowl has been won by the Seattle Seahawks. The Lombardi Trophy is headed to the Great Northwest. Do you look down on the field right now and just imagine what it's like for them and even think back to the days when you had that very same experience?
Probably the only time I actually ever reflect when I see them win the Super Bowl, because I know what a special moment that is. And they're enjoying a moment that they will remember in 50 years. They'll still be able to feel exactly how it felt at this very moment.
Lombardi trophy held high. What a season it's been. No better way to close out the year than the greatest triumph in all of sports. The Super Bowl belongs to them. For Phil Simms and all the crew, Jim Nance saying so long from the Super Bowl. The post-game wrap-up show is next, and we'll see you next year here on EA Sports.